So, Ranch, I'm going to flip over to you and just kind of. I know that you want to, you like to do it like an interview type of style where I'm asking you questions, but I would just really love, honey, for you to share. Um, why did Connect United really hit you hard in the heart, and what is the possibilities that you see for people in this space? Big questions,
Mm.
both of them.
Yeah, I love the question too, because I had to reflect back to why it did hit me hard. And, even though I'm passionate about the projects, and I think we all are, is that, we talk about we always want change on the planet. Like we always want to change, we always want things to be better. And, we talk about it, but why aren't we taking action in it? And I know that the decentralized space, you have to, if you want to create something new, it has to come from a new system. So I think it was timing, and it was the perfect timing, and it was a perfect crossroad. And every single thing I heard with all the different calls we went on back in March, what I found out as I was listening, I was going, this is actually it. If I wanted to put all my talents, skills, everything I've ever done in my career, I come from HR, I've done general management, I worked through, that type of corporate stuff, which I left because I found it was destroying my soul and the people that are around me. Because whatever I do, the people that I love and care around me, is going to affect them. So I chose to move out of that situation. I could see laws changing, things happening. I could see suffering happening more, and things were getting tighter and tighter and tighter. So I always kind of have a very spiritual outlook. I believe in vision. I believe that the light is greater than anything else. I believe in balance. And as one is entering up, the other one is there. And as soon as I was listening to Connect, I just felt this energy. And it was so strong that it pulled me in that I literally couldn't say no. And it was like, this is it, Ranger. We've got you. You've got all your skills. You've got everything you can pour into other people, because generally we are all loving, caring people, and we want to love and we want to give. And so we're natural givers. And I saw this space and I was getting to know these people, and I thought, can I really be the person I want to be, uniquely myself, and give? And I kind of understand the banking system. I knew that, money, you put money in the bank and you loan it out, and that, they create it 25 times more. I understood debt. I knew common law. There's lots of things I've known in my life. And I think we all do. We all gone through it. We try and figure it out. And then I just saw something. It was like, okay, I am the bank. I'm the one that's creating. And I kind of got the rewards stuff really, really fast when I was listening to Tony Swantek and listening to these leaders. And I just went, their transparency is so open. Their hearts are very open. I think I resonate with this. This seems aligned to me. They're compliant. They had a great board members. And they were just like, okay, let me see. If I'm feeling this and I'm seeing this, and the element was the first project that got me. I've watched not just 20 hours of time in this. I've watched hundreds of hours of time in this. This was my responsibility, and I'm accountable for the people that I love and care about around me. So I felt like, okay, if I'm going to do this, and when we start creeping into our 50s, we recognize, where do we want to put our energy and time and space and our wisdom into? What deserves it? And I think this deserves it. And I don't think we'll ever see this ever again. And, when you look at the Economic World Forum and you recognize $250 is moving to the blockchain, you kind of got to say, I can't miss this. I can't miss the Google Apple share. This is for the people. This is like, this is the real deal. And I'm like, going, okay, I didn't understand it. I didn't know what a node was, like everybody else. I didn't get it. We didn't have a lot of the tools that the tools are here now. Sometimes I think a lot of tools can be a distraction, but there's something that I felt, and I went with that. And I remember when I first saw it, I remember there was 3 days I actually didn't sleep. And all I said, I didn't even do the messages that people say how you do the messages. I wasn't even sending videos. all I said to people, I said this 2 or 3 word liner, just stop right now, listen to me. I can't explain this. I can't do anything. All I need to do is sign up this account. That was what I did. And as my people that I loved, they came in a little bit, checking it out with me. Then I went, okay, let's go. What is it that you're feeling? Are you feeling what I'm feeling? Like, are you seeing these projects? Do you see there's a possibility of change? Do you think we could do this? And that's when we started to watch a lot of the videos. It was after that. And then the penny started to drop and drop and drop. And I was like going, oh, okay. Then I wasn't thinking about blockbot or anything, to tell you the truth. I was actually just listening to what they said. They said, oh, if you get 5 win nodes and you get an extra point multiplier, which I didn't even understand what that meant. And some of my team members got 5 win nodes straight away. And I go, man, they've got this like compliance training. I've never seen it before. I'm very much into small gratitudes of things. Like I go right into, wow, look, they're actually teaching you how to, sell out in the community, safeguarding the community. And it was just like, bang, that already says to me they're already looking after us, because they were going on about bringing on all these people. And I'm like going, how are you scaling up? Like, what are you doing? Like, who's coming? What type of people are going to come here? And so they weren't just always talking about the money, even though the money's there, but I could feel the money. Like I could feel this is not just about compounding. This is about spiral multiplication. So I just had this sense of it, and I just went, okay, so let's have a look at what they mean by blockbot. And by the way, the compensation was a little bit different there. So I think it was a very short time that 5 of us and myself, we all went blockbot. And then they changed it, and then the others fell off. And I was still remained as blockbot. And I was like going, but what about my friends? Like they got to come blockbot with me. This isn't not going to happen just on my own. We've got to really create a synergy, because we could feel the projects. And so I worked out the comp plan, looked at it, looked at the level up, this and that, just went into it a little bit more. And then every single person I helped to get there. What strategy is it? What do we need to do? Who do we need to talk to? Like, what is it that we can do and move really fast to get to the blockbot? Because I didn't want to be there on my own. I wanted to feel that place. And I actually thought that, everyone else is doing it. I didn't look at anyone else. I stayed very narrowed in. I stayed very focused on completing that because I couldn't move forward without my team. I wanted them to come with me. And so we went through a journey until every single one of us got over it. We weren't going to leave any one of us behind. And that's something that I've carried that motto all the way through. Don't leave anyone behind, bring them through on the journey. So I didn't find the whole technique or anything like that about getting to blockbot anything difficult to understand. What I learned was, okay, you need 5, right? 5 legs, 5 win nodes in each, 10K in sales. And I understood, okay, with the win node, you get 100%, right? It's 100% of the sale, with the brand partners, 50% of the sale. So I kind of understood, okay, for them to get to 10K, let's do the thing that the company actually told us to do, Connect. Always try and do the power of 5. And the way I look at the power of 5, I'm sorry to say, I look at it as the power of God, that the hand of God is on the planet. So everything that I do, I have that vision and that spiritual connection of my heart with it. And my team members feel it too. And anybody that comes here, even into Connect or into the synergy of the culture that we're creating, they have to be connected with their heart, because otherwise they're not really truly going to get it. And I noticed that with Connect, they said that stuff, the right people will come. And I thought, okay, that's true because of what their vision is. And so going further, I think there's about 8 of us blockbots in the team, and there's a couple of more coming through soon. The one thing that I will always do, and it doesn't matter who they are, I'm not a person who likes to go on width. I prefer to go on depth. So I like to go deep into who their world is, like who's around them, who's their family, what are their dreams, what are they talking about, what is it, how can I help for them to have a better life, have that freedom? What is it I can say or help them? How can I give them some confidence? How can I give them some encouragement? Like, what is it? Because I'm inspired anyway. I'm passionate about these projects anyway. I got a chance to go on these calls, right? And I got to meet them. And they're just people like us who are very, very passionate and kind and generous. And I said, I like being part of that. I want to be part of that. I want people around me like that. So we can be a greater light in the world, you know. And I don't want to see children have mercury on their body, because my phone at the moment is done through enslavement. And then recognizing all that, it was like, oh, there's a lot of side benefit to the money side of it. Okay, I didn't understand how it could go all liquid. I didn't understand tokenomics. I didn't get any of that yet. But I knew one thing is that if I'm in the experience of it and I am the experience, then it's going to come to me. The information is going to come. So I'm not a person that's about how to, or go try and understand everything or into the detail. I'm more about vision and what that is for me. And if I do that for me, then I know anyone around me is going to go into their vision and they're going to go into their value system. And usually values like tracks like. It's just how it happens. And then when you start to see that when your life starts to change financially, and mine happened quite fast, by the way, like the amount of commissions that actually came in the Friends Commission, I was like blown away. I actually thought there were reward points at one stage, to tell you the truth. I thought, oh, there's a lot of bit of money. And then I realized, oh, it's actually really money. And I was like, oh my gosh. So I got really excited. And we were doing free wallets and that beforehand, by the way. Like when we started to see what the wind tokens were and they were generating, we were giving a lot earlier than that, like bits and pieces, you know, working things out together in a team. So we're kind of being very active and very immersed in it. Look, I don't watch TV. Like most of us, I don't watch TV, don't watch Netflix. I'm not a foodie person. I don't do any of that. I don't drink alcohol. I'm just very much into like, okay, very narrow focused and just how I can penetrate the world in my own way, in my uniqueness, and accepting everything that for what is. And for some reason, Connect is an incredible vehicle. And coming through all that, I recognize for myself, I think I need to spend a little bit more attention on the how to, because I was bluffing my way through it a little bit. You know what I mean? I was very passionate and excited, and I didn't even know how it all happened. And but I have to admit, I have watched a lot of videos. I have watched a lot of them. I even remember when I first came across Billy Womack, because I became a Billy Womack groupie. And I watched one of his videos, right? And it was so long ago. And it was with Brian Rhodes. And I went, oh, that's how the rewards work. Now I get it. Like all of a sudden, it's like you don't understand because it's a whole new paradigm. Then all of a sudden, the penny drops and you went, oh, like a ha-ha moment. It went, oh, got it. I'll never forget it again. Now I know how the rewards work. Oh, okay. When Tony was talking ages ago about tokenomics and how seamlessly in the back office we'll be able to interchange, right? I didn't understand what it meant or how it worked, but guess what? I believed him. And I went, for some reason, mate, like you have made billion-dollar industries, companies, all this sort of stuff, right? I've checked you out. I've checked out the board, done my DD. There's something quite amazing about you all. And now I understand how the tokenomics, now I understand how HODL works. You know, they use all these terminologies, but you know what? It's just like trading, you know, just like swapping things over. And it's not even complicated, but we want to make it complicated. We want to try and understand it. But it's actually quite, you've been doing all this stuff that's been happening in Connect and what they've been, you've been doing it all your life anyway. You've been to the bank, you open up a bank account, you look at your bank account every week. I just go look at my wallets. I'll go check out Switch. I'll go check out this. I'll go check out my Connect wallet. Oh man, I like, you know, and the bank account's going up. The rewards are going up. And the other thing I did with my team is that I actually showed my back office pretty quickly because I couldn't understand why these rewards were going up. So we used to have this thing called Friday Frenzy, right? So we used to screenshot our back office and our rewards. This is ages ago. because we're like, oh man, like I've got 2,000 rewards. Imagine if that went to $1. I'd be like $2,000, and like there's now nearly 4 million rewards, right? Imagine if that went to $1. And so my whole expansion of numbers, I wasn't fearful of it. Like I'm going, oh, these are just, let the lid off. And then the other thing is you can't not so the sharing and the commission and that's only one very small portion of what this is really about. It's really truly about rewards. It's about community. It's driving the ecosystem. The fact that you can be a blockbot and you don't have to have an element node, but you benefit from what happens with that element project by being a blockbot. There's things that you don't know yet about being a blockbot, which is called node support. And it's just like I just transferred $80-something from Grow node support. I didn't buy any Grow stuff. I didn't buy anything from them. And I transferred it into my wallet. I bridged it, transferred it, went through, and there it is sitting there. And I just go, so there's things that you don't know about being a blockbot. All we got to say to you is that no matter what, you have to be a blockbot, which means that you actually have to get out of your head, go into your heart, and go give and go serve so you can be a blockbot. Because if you get into the top 500, this is what it talks about proof of action, and you're in the top 500, you get more rewards. And that's why when we become, they're so smart, this is so smart, decentralized system, is because the driver of the community, it's us. We create it. We are the creators of this. It's just a vehicle that we're in, but we're creating it, we're driving it, we're flying it. When I see someone like one of my team members called Brett, who came from the UK, came to Brisbane, migrated, no money and all that sort of stuff, right? And he saw Revo. He goes, I really want to do Revo. And he went and gone and knocked on, at Brisbane Airport, on car doors, talking to Revo drivers. And through the last, I hope I don't mind saying this, but the last challenge, he generated $45,000 worth of assets for himself. 45,000. And this guy didn't have a network. You know what I mean? He didn't know anybody. And now he has a Friday coffee club with these drivers and he's teaching their sons. Because you know what? When you share this, you actually recognize that people do see it. There's something there where it's not like your normal traditional network marketing. It's not like even your normal sales in a way. I don't see it that way. There's something very special. And that's why you're here and you're curious about it. You want to know, shall I move all my distractions out of my life? Shall I go talk to my partner? Shall I go talk to my family? Shall I go talk to my friends and say, hey, can you give me 9 weeks? Can you give me to Christmas Eve? Can you give me my time to me so I can give back to you in 2025? And have that conversation. I said, I really want your support. Please love me so I can love you more. Trust me on this. I know you don't understand, but can you have faith with me? Can you come with me? Because that part there is on you. It's not on anyone else. And all the information out there and everything like that, we have so much tools. We have so much them helping us. It's so abundant how much, look, in the early days, I just used the YouTube channel, the Connectunited YouTube channel. That's all I used. And, a video recording of Tony Swantek on a Zoom. We didn't have all these tools that we had before. We have, and lots of conversations about what the other person's dreams are, reigniting their passion in them. It's always about that, because the rest of it, like, it's all there. FAQs, it's flipping there. Like, sometimes I don't want to hold. Do you know, still today, I have not been on a video with anyone going through my back office to sign them up. I haven't done it. I said, do this. There's your FAQ step 1, 2, 3. Those 11 steps that we used to have, Lisa, I used to use them all the time. Oh, block fabric. Oh, when you have a problem, just message me. Because, like, I don't want to be the person that doesn't empower you. I want to be the person that inspires you. And I have to be inspired myself. So I have there's 8 block bots, and some of them have a block bot under someone else. And we, we really work together. We really love each other. We listen to the venting. We listen to, oh, this person, that person, but we love them anyway. How do we bring them in? What do we do? How do we get crypto confident? What is it like? What is it that the person needs to fill in their gap? You can we're only responsible for onboarding really at the end of the day. But, this isn't just business. This is really truly about family. And this is what Connect's about. It's about family, and this, what? Every single one of yous are here. You've been asking for this. You the one have created and magnetized it to yourself. Now it's about responsibility of who you are in your soul sovereign being, about what you're going to do and the gifts that you've got in your world, in your heart, that you need to share. And you know what? There's so much flipping money in this. You don't have to worry about thinking about money. It's there. It's there. You can ask any of us that are blockbots. It's there. And so all I say to you, stop everything, park your mind outside for a while, for 9 weeks. You can always pick it up later. I know he's likes that one, but you can pick up all your programs and fears and all that stuff a bit later on. It's all right. And just troubleshoot as you go through, and don't paralyze yourself because you can't understand something. I'm not going to get to the next step because I don't understand it. Or who cares? Go to the 3rd or 4th step. Like, don't worry about the next step. Go to that one. Because it's going to come anyway, because as you go through it, it's going to unfold for you. Like, I forgot to do block fabric. Oh, the engine wasn't on. Oh, I put the wrong password in. Or, all these things that go on. Oh, how come the system's not working? Oh, because we're live and it's decentralized. Don't you think centralized systems are not always not working? Because they spoon feed us. We're not spoon fed here. We are it. We are the CEO of this. And I tell you what, one of the greatest things, I think we went through that last challenge as a blockbot, Lisa and Ange and Connie, there's quite a few here, is that I had goosebumps. I actually, out of all those calls, I missed 5 calls. There's 3 calls a day. I missed 5. And it was all because I just really love the people and I want to be part of it. You don't have to go as crazy as I do, but, just work out your own balance. But I think you should go crazy for the next 9 weeks, though. I think this 9 weeks, I think you should go crazy. Work out, go get a cleaner, go pay for it. You're going to get paid back anyway. Go work out someone to do your bookkeeping. Go work out all the things that take up so much unnecessary time. And just go and do it. But don't get ready to be ready because you were born ready. Take it. Take this. We're all with you. You're not on your own. Go for it. You should know how to be a blockbot right now. You should know that it's 5 legs, 1 win note each, 10K sales. You should know that. The question is, if you've been here for more than 3 months, the next thing I'm going to ask you, why aren't you a blockbot? And there's one block that bot we created in our group in 2 weeks. So it is possible to have a block bot in 2 weeks. It's possible to have a block bot in a week. It's just our minds just can't think of a way how to do that. I can show you how you can be a block bot in 1 week. It isn't that hard. And it's not about, I don't know enough people, this and that. It isn't that. It's about listening to someone and just saying, I can help you. And this is how I'm going to help you. And really taking charge. Just say, you're not going to understand this just yet, but you will understand. Have a look at my back office, or have a look at Lisa's back office, or have a look at Ranjit's back office. Have a look at Angie's back office. I'll screenshot you my back office. I got no worries about doing that. You know, and all the objections that people come up with, you know, the whole, oh, it's a scam. You know, I've never got the scam question ever. I never get it. And I never get many of the questions that people talk about. I never get them because the passion is so much greater. But I already am aware some of the things they're going to say. So I'm already going to say, you've got to be careful out there. You know, now we know that quadrillion dollars is moving to blockchain. Don't you think there's going to be a lot of people out there? Guess what? You know me. You know, I'm not going to be with somebody that's, you know, with a company and organization that I wouldn't trust. You know my personality. You know who I am. I've checked it out, but you go check it out for yourself as well. But you ain't got time to check it out anymore because this thing's moving so fast, you know. And the other one too they use, oh, high risk, high reward. I don't believe in that. I believe this is a low risk. For $500, not only are you going to get a win node, which is a license, which puts you high up on the chain. So the billing connectors that come in, they come straight under you, right? You get to do a compliance training by one of the greatest legal firms in the decentralized space by Blockade. Not only that, you actually get to do an academy where you get rewarded for, and I've looked at blockchain courses. They're around $5,000 to do, and you're paying $500. So the value of $2,500 for 5 win nodes outweighs all of that. You already got value. It's already there. You're being educated and you're getting to learn, and it's not scary. It's not scary at all. It's just something new. So I always sell the academy when I do, you know, the 5 win nodes, and I always do 5 win nodes, and I still do 5 win nodes now. I say to people, say to me, oh, what's the best option? 5 win nodes and a brand node with a boost NFT. I'll just say it straight out. That's the best option. You know, I actually don't ask them how much money they've got or what budget they've got. I don't ask them that question. I ask them, you know, if you really want to get ahead first you've got to get 5 win nodes, you know, because even, I'll do say 1 to 5 sometimes, you know, depending on the situation. But I said, that's the best option. Best practice is to do that, because I've done that. I've got 12 or 13 win nodes. I don't know yet. But, you know, I started off with 1 and I couldn't understand, and I couldn't even buy the other win nodes. I don't know what happened, but it was moving too fast. Then I eventually got 5. And then I went, oh, there's that extra point multiplier they talk about. Like having 5 win nodes is like having, you know, 6 win nodes, right? And so I'm like going, oh, and then it was $2,000, and then it was 500, and I was like going, oh, I better get the 5, because like 2.5 you get 5, and it's like normally it should be 2,000 each. Like, so to me it was like, that's the way I read it. I never looked at spending money. I was like going, what's the best value I could get out of what I'm doing? Still to date, I've put in, I think it's about $8,000 from my money. And it's like, I don't know now. I don't know what the commissions are today, but it's getting close to 50. And so I've bought so many purchase nodes and gained free assets and stuff like that. So to me, in 6 months, you know, even if someone did, you know, half of that, you know, like I haven't risked much at all. You know, like, you know, go earn $5,000 or something, or do something, just do it. You know, I haven't got the money and this and that, all this sort of stuff that goes around. That's just an excuse that you haven't thought of something else to create. You know, like, who says that you can't be a blockbot 5 by the end of October, or blockbot 5 by the end of November? Who says that? Only you say that to yourself, because you don't think it's possible for you. But you can. I've already told my team you're all BB5s. I said, when I look at you, I don't see you trying to struggle to be blockbot 5. I already see you at BB5, which means I have to have a vision that I'm a BB10. What does that mean? It's not a ranking or anything like that. All that means to me is that, who is the person that is a BB5 or a BB10? That's the person you've got to be right now. Because then if you vision yourself to be BB5, you're going to actually track the blockbots to you. You have to stand in your posture. You have to be that person. You have to lead from that position. You have to be connected and talking to those people that are around that level of understanding. And you know what? Even, I mean, there is that thing, fake it till you make it, right? But just vision the best version of who you really truly are. The best version, not the mediocre version, not the one that you think that's right now, which is in your head, which is all a lie, the one that you talk to yourself in the mirror. Oh, I'm not worthy, I'm not enough, and all this stuff that you go on about. Not that one, the other one, the other person of you, the one that you had when you were a child, you know, the one that you had as a teenager when you were growing up, that person that had all that aspirations, that inspiration, the dreams and the visions in you, be that person, because you are that person. And, you know, the rest will just be magnetized to you. I live more in vision than I do on the how-to, because the how-to turns up. I live more in vision. I live in my meditative states. I live in that. I don't practice meditation. I am the meditation. I am the love. I am that. And I want to be that. And I want to at least experience the next 50 years of my life and beyond to be the best version of how I was when I came on this planet. And I won't let anyone stop that from me. I will be that. And you know what? The best thing about Connect, it is the most incredible vehicle I have ever seen, ever, ever. And we get to be in the decentralized place. And at the moment, all of you, including me, because I'm just always reselling myself anyway and inspiring myself, all of you, including me, is we've got a gift and we get to share it. And that's all it is. And we get to give. You know, I look at this thing. Did you ever have a dream, like if you had $1 million, that you went up onto the roof and you just gave everybody every money? Like you just gave all that $1 million away? I bet you all had that dream, because I know you're all givers and you're not hoarders and you don't believe in scarcity. You believe in abundance that flows through you. I feel like that when I give tokens, you know, I feel, oh man, like I'm giving what I've always wanted to give. I want to give 1 million tokens away ASAP. That's what I want to do, but I have to have them created first. But I can see myself giving completely all the time. And the other thing too, don't get caught up in people's suffering. Meet them where they're at. Then say to them, can you come and meet me where I'm at? If I'm willing to listen to you, you know, I know you haven't been heard for a while, but you know what? Do you want to come and meet me where I am? It's pretty kind of cool. And you get to go live the way that you want to live. Because I tell you one thing, every one of you, every single one of you has a right to freedom. You have your right to be who you are. No matter what you've gone through, no matter what's happened in your life, no matter the struggles, the sufferings that have been going on, you have a right to blossom. That every one of your challenges that you've ever had, every one of the challenges that you have with Connect, all the technology stuff, everything that goes on is worth it. Because you know why? You get to be who you are, and you get to be empathetic, you get to share, you get to understand people, then you understand why they're still in their, want to be in their vision. You get to be a part of some change in their life. And decentralized is the fastest path. It really, truly is. And that's why you have to be a blockbot. You see how blockbot's not about you? It's not about you. It's about everyone else around you. And you get to give. And, you know, I even had someone yesterday or a couple of days ago who said, oh, man, I can set up an account for my son now, because I know that it can be generational. When that penny drops about generational, we are making the change for future generations. We may not see it, but we can be it. And, you know, I know there's a lot of women here and men, and there are some men here too, but women, like that female energy, the nurturing energy, the caring energy, you get to be who you really want to be. And we don't have to say yes for children to have mercury on their bodies. We can say no to human trafficking. We don't have to listen. I didn't even know what PDD was. Someone told me about PT, didn't even know. And we don't have to do any of that. All the stuff that's going out in the world, we can just turn our back and really stay focused in the light and love of this. And I've just never seen anything like this before. And that you can choose, just choose your decision. One of the things I do, which is which you all know, right, already what to do. I do change the state of my body. I will listen to high energy music and stuff like that in order to bring my body and my cells together and harmonically to keep going, like sometimes to give me that energy. So I'll find things that will nourish me and give me energy, and I'll go through that. And I have to admit, I don't sleep a lot, like maybe 4 or 5 hours sometimes, but I do catch up sleep. So I work out where I can rest myself a little bit more. So just work out what it is for you, spiritually, physically, emotionally, mentally, what fits in for you. But don't rely on excuses anymore, because they don't work. Excuses are redundant. They're gone. Kick them out. This is your 9 weeks until the 24th of December. Come with us, come and have some fun, get on the calls, have a laugh, just, do all that. So if you're going to go have a look at what blockbot is, you should already know what it is before you even got on the call, right? It's all there under FAQ. And then go give it a test. Go talk to someone. Don't actually, you know what? Someone actually asked me the other day about something. I get questions, messages, and people ask me, oh, what do you do? How do you do it? I said, oh, I don't know, to tell you the truth. I might voice drop, or I do something, or I really go in my state of joy. And I just say, hey, like, I don't know, like, do you know blockchain? Do you know anything about that? Do you know about, how you can be financially free? Have you ever checked it out? Like, do you want it? Are you curious? Oh, they say this thing is not for me or whatever. What do you mean it's not for you? It is going to be for you if you don't know about it right now, because $250 is moving to the blockchain. Like, what do you mean it's not for you? You're going to be doing real estate, when you're going to go buy a car and you buy your Porsche. That's my next one. Anyway, so yeah, it's going to be on the blockchain. Even the gold and silver, like an element, like, what do you mean? I don't understand. This is real life utility. What do you mean you're not going to catch a car from an airport to a hotel and it could be revo and get rewarded for it, that the customer pays less and the driver earns more? What do you mean why we're not on our link and we're all getting rewarded right now for our time and value, how you should be respected in that way? What do you mean it's not for you? I'm going to tell you it is for you. And by the way, you ain't got no choice, because it's happening anyway. But why not come to the place where it's not centralized, decentralized? It is decentralized, decentralized. Power back to the people. What do you mean? When we vote, it's going to be on the blockchain eventually. What do you mean you can't transfer money? It's all decentralized. We are the bank. Why we have our 12-word passphrase. So we have the key to it. No one else does. So it's our freedom, and we get to speak for free, and no one can sell our information. And, our data is ours. Your health data is yours. What do you mean you don't want to have your health records on something, So it's really quite interesting, isn't it? When you plant the questions in people's minds, you ask them to park their thoughts outside and then put some questions in there. What if, we know that one. What if you were truly free? Would you do what it takes? Would you go and say, hey, I might go get some assets now and stack them. I might be my own wealth creator and not rely on anyone else. I'll be the independent. I do this thing with women, right? Because I've gone through coercion myself, financial, domestic violence through coercion. And I say to them, every person deserves to have a bank account. And, when I heard Kathy Roberts talk about how they wanted to have children in like places like Kenya and all that, like I thought to myself, every human being deserves to transact, no matter where they are, where they can't even open bank accounts because they don't have the ID. And I get to be part, of something where women and children and communities can have a bank account and transact and do business with each other and create freedom for themselves. So we can be a part of something that gives equality. So you making a decision right now saying, I want to be blockbot, that's what you're making a decision for. You're allowing the freedom to happen. I mean, I can talk forever, Lisa, you know that. I'm happy to take
No,
any
but
form of
oh my goodness, Ranch, I could listen to you all night as well.
mm.
And I don't know about anybody else, but did anyone else like really get like there was so much there that Ranch dropped, but the way the light was shining from her head while she was speaking, um, because that is who Ranch is. She is the light for so many people, and I look, I was going to share my screen with and go through the blockbot steps, but do you know what? Ranch nailed it. Like I'm not going to add any more to this call because I think there is so much action packed in here. And if you are someone that needs to do the details, then go to the WhatsApp chat, Run for Blockbot chat. Um, in there has got the PDF that the amazing Nick put together that gives you the steps. It gives you the tools. It gives you all the things that Ranj has shared apart from the heart. Because I really want you guys to get how much Ranj always shares from the heart. And she may have said some things that went right over your head, like BB5 and BB10, BB20, and all of those things. But just know you don't have to know it all. You don't have to have all the detail. All you have to remember that these projects are life changing. This platform is life changing. And you are the creator. Now, there has been a couple of questions, and I know, Ange, thanks, babe. You've been answering a lot of them as we've been going along. Um, there's one thing that Ange did share that we were given the information that I think is really valuable for you guys to get, like where we are, where Connect has placed themselves with these projects is that we are right at what they call the hockey stick, and you can go and have a look at the how things have run over the last 4 years, for the last 20 years with blockchain and how that runs. But Wright said to recently on a call that if you guys really got like, and he was saying this to BB5s and above, so not myself, but we were given the information in the blockbot conversations, and you want to be part of that. But he actually said, if you guys got the wealth that you are creating in this space and what is possible for you, you wouldn't sleep. You would be doing whatever it took to sell nodes and get as many nodes as you can, because the wealth that you can create in this space, and just get that wealth doesn't mean about you. It's an abundance, like Ranjit has just so beautifully shared. It's for everybody. What you can possibly create if you choose over this next 9 weeks, you will never have to rely on fiat currency again. Now, let that just land. How would you feel if you were totally self sufficient outside the system, that you didn't have to rely on any shape or form of inside the system? Does that mean freedom to you? Do you think that that might mean freedom to others? And that is huge. Like, it really is huge. We will never see this opportunity again. And you get to choose to where, if you want to play or you don't want to play. And as Raj said, we all see you as blockbots. Those of you that aren't, you can absolutely do it in whether it's a choice of 7 days, 2 weeks, the 9 weeks, whatever it is. You get to choose on how long that needs to be for you. or are you already there? Is it already done? Because if it's
Um,
already
Li-
done, yeah, go,
yes.
Range.
Sorry. Yeah. No. Ange asked me a really good question, and she asked me about team calls, what I kind of do. Because
Go.
I've been flying off my pants from day dot. All I ever looked at was leveraging everything, leveraging other calls, leveraging other leaders, leveraging as much as I possibly could. But I voice drop every single day in the different groups that I have. Like I have different groups, like different for different projects, stuff like that. I continually voice drop in there. I add stuff to there, and then I just have a leaders meeting once a week, where we just have chit chat, once a week about whatever. And I that seems to be working. And I recognize there are some gaps, and this is where we utilize our strengths and we come as a team together. And so I see how you can't do this on your own. Even as a leader, you need to collaborate, and you need to, even with your team, collaborate even with the people that are your blockbots or your team members. Collaborate and look at what their strengths are and allow them to prosper and blossom in their strength, because they're going to, the key thing for me, because my highest value is joy. So when I look at that, I look at what is the greatest joy that is in the other person, and then pick up the little bits and pieces around. So I kind of do that. I leverage a lot rather than me doing a lot, because I know otherwise you're going to wear yourself thin eventually.
That so much. Thank you, Ranj. And that is perfect to lead into that the community. So Connect United community has just started calls that are here to support us, to support you. So they have what's called level one. So brand new people that have just signed up for a free account, then you can invite them to the level one calls. And all of this information is in our WhatsApp chat and also the Discords. So I'm going to empower you to step into your leadership, to your greatness, and to find those resources for yourself to be able to share with your people. And then also level two, which is all of you people here that are wanting to share Connect United, purchase how to purchase nodes, and then what you do to share. But then also as our community, we will be doing more trainings like this blockbot call, and also the support calls that we're doing. So the resources are there for you guys. All you need to do now is step into your greatness, because you are blockbots. And we're going to leave it on that, because Ranch has gifted us so much tonight. And I really want to leave you with that space. Ranch, you are such a beautiful soul. I am so grateful for you in my life. Thank you, everybody, for taking the time out of your evening to be with us tonight. Enjoy the rest of your night, and just ask yourself the question, who could I gift? Who could I gift with the sharing of what's possible for Connect for somebody? Good night, everybody.